like this is some sort of history we're seeing from Angel Reese with these double-doubles. It's not. It's a nice little stat that's pretty irrelevant, doesn't lead to victories, they lost by 20 some odd points last night to the Minnesota Lynx. The Lynx pretty much controlled that entire game. Angel Reese was no factor. We need to quit celebrating. Oh, she got a double-double. Well, yeah, they kept her in the fourth quarter when they were down by 20, and she, got a bucket or two.
Times have I said, Angel Reese is not an impact player. I mean, she definitely has an impact on losing, but Angel Reese has absolutely no effect on winning. If you don't believe me, go ask Teresa Weatherspoon or ask her current head coach, Tyler Marsh, who will soon be joining Teresa in the food stamp line, hoping to get enough Ethiopian breadcrumbs to make it through the winter. Or ask
reigning MVP, couple defense player of the years, 2 championships. If there was something higher than S, I would definitely put her up there. But Nafisa Collier, she's up there with top tier with Asia. Just her ability to play on both sides of the ball, pump fake, she's gonna make you choose wrong. I know you guys are gonna say I'm biased because I'm putting all 4s at the S, but the 4s run the league. Don't ever forget that. Brianna Stewart, the versatility, reigning champion from last year. She's got 3 of them things. I don't think there's
9 turnovers. Yo, listen, y'all gotta stop with this point forward foolishness, man. Let's take a look, man. Hold on, man. Y'all be wildin'. Y'all be wildin', son. Bruh, come on, man. Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, yo. Y'all gotta stop. I have to accept the fact this girl is not Alyssa Thomas. Can y'all just stop playing games now? Can y'all just stop playing games now? This girl is not Alyssa Thomas. Y'all, Fulon, y'all been turnover police. She had another 9 turnovers today. 9 turnovers to 3 assists. A minus 19. 9 turnovers to 3 assists. And y'all keep trying to act like this girl's a point forward. Y'all gotta stop playing games, man.
You've upset the Reese's Pieces and they're not happy about it. They're gonna be coming after you any second. Oh, they're already coming after you. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Candace Parker asked to put certain players in a tier list. You have the S tier, you have the A tier, you have the B tier, and you have the C tier. And where Candace Parker put Angel Reese on this list and her explanation about it, it has upset a large number of the
Angel Reese was back to doing Angel Reese things. Blowing layups, getting her own rebounds. They've turned her into a point forward. She had 9 turnovers last night. I think her plus minus was minus 19. But all we keep hearing about, she now has 2 double-double streaks of more than 10 games or 10 games plus. She had one last year, now she has one this year.
And promotion can only take you so far. Her PR team has done a brilliant job at polishing the turd, but there always comes a point when the polish melts off the turd and
rock song goes, every day I'm shuffling, do 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 do. Burn! I know it's construction season and all, but who called in the bulldozer? Burn! And it was this play right here when 2K realized, yup, that's our cover athlete. 2K, more like 75K, pay her more. Burn! Watching her play got me fiending football. Said, oh no, it's picked off again. Burn! Whoa, 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 settle down, you're going too fast. You're going too fast. Hey, I got an order here. It's a 53, let's get it! We love pray-ups. I heard she wanted to dye her hair, and the stylist said, what color you want? And she said, butter pecan! She gets blocked by defenders who don't even bother jumping. Me bound. One more time. She almost had a triple-double. One more turnover, and she would have had it. 9 turnovers is crazy, so is a no-look poop pass.
gets tricky. Caitlin Clark is at an A level. I think in time she's gonna raise up to that S, but in order to put her at that level, she's gotta have a couple more years. So I'll put Kelsey Plum at the A level. 2-time champ, now took on the challenge to be #1 option in LA. I would say KP is definitely in that tier. I would love to put Sabrina Ionescu in that A range. She got that elusive championship. She's one of the best shooters in the WNBA.
The WNBA has been thrown into absolute chaos after Angel Reese filed a $500 million defamation lawsuit against League Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. What started as simmering tension behind the scenes has now erupted into one of the biggest legal battles in women's sports history. And if what Reese is alleging proves true, this could reshape not just her future, but the entire power structure of the WNBA. According to the lawsuit, Reese claims that Engelbert made damaging and false statements about her both privately and within internal league circles. Statements that allegedly portrayed Reese as a negative force for the league's brand and culture. These comments, which were never meant to be public, reportedly made their way into the media through internal leaks. And that's when everything changed. Reese's reputation took a serious hit almost overnight. Headlines turned from praising her hustle to questioning her maturity. Critics latched onto every turnover and every sideline reaction, while social media narratives exploded, painting her as difficult or controversial. But according to her legal team, this wasn't just backlash. It was a direct result of a deliberate internal campaign that began with Engelbert. Her attorneys argued that the commissioner's alleged comments cost Reese more than just good press. She lost sponsorships. She was reportedly benched without clear cause. And she was framed as a distraction rather than a rising star. The lawsuit argues that none of this was accidental. It was reputational sabotage from inside the league itself. The documents filed in court reference internal memos and off-the-record discussions where Engelbert allegedly questioned whether Reese was worth the long-term risk to the league's image. Reese's team says this language, coming from the top executive in the league, directly fueled the perception that she didn't belong. And that perception, they claim, has already done real damage to her career. Rather than stay quiet, Reese is now pushing back hard. Her legal team says this is about more than one player. It's about calling out a culture of control that punishes outspoken athletes. They believe the league had every opportunity to work with Reese privately, but instead chose to tear her down from the inside. As word of Angel Reese's $500 million lawsuit spread, the shockwaves across the WNBA were immediate. Players, fans, executives, and even sponsors began asking the same question. How did it come to this? And what happens next? So far, the league has remained publicly silent. Cathy Engelbert has issued no personal statement, but sources close to the situation suggest the league was blindsided by the legal filing. The allegations strike at the very top of WNBA leadership, and insiders believe the fallout could extend far beyond the courtroom. For Engelbert, the lawsuit is not just a professional challenge, it's a personal one. She's being accused of using her influence to steer narratives and reputations behind closed doors, without giving players the chance to respond or defend themselves. For Reese, this is more than just a legal fight, it's a public stand. She's refusing to let others control her story. And she's doing it in the most high-stakes way imaginable, by dragging the league's most powerful figure into court and demanding accountability. Her team insists the goal is not only to repair the damage to her name, but to force the league to take a hard look at how it treats its young stars, especially those who don't fit into a clean, quiet image. This lawsuit may also have ripple effects for other players who felt silenced or mishandled behind the scenes. If Reese's legal team produces the kind of internal documents they claim to have, emails, meeting notes, private memos, it could open a door into league politics that fans rarely get to see. And if any of those communications confirm a coordinated effort to minimize or manipulate Reese's image, it would be a public relations nightmare for the WNBA. Already, public opinion is splitting. Some fans believe Reese is being unfairly targeted for being bold, unapologetic, and confident in who she is. Others argue that her behavior on and off the court has been too volatile, and that the league has every right to manage its image. But regardless of where people fall, no one can deny that this lawsuit is now front and center, overshadowing the season itself. The stakes couldn't be higher. If the lawsuit proceeds, Engelbert and league officials could be forced to testify under oath, revealing internal dynamics that are rarely made public. It would bring scrutiny not just to how the league treats Angel Reese, but to how it handles conflict, individuality, and media pressure across the board. For Reese, this isn't just about clearing her name, it's about sending a message. If the allegations are proven true, the lawsuit could redefine how power is held and challenged in women's sports. It could also determine whether players like her are given the space to grow or quietly pushed out the moment they disrupt the status quo. Right now, the WNBA faces a choice: acknowledge and address the deeper issues raised by this lawsuit, or risk losing trust from the very players and fans that have helped it grow. Either way, Angel Reese's decision to speak up has already changed the game.